Hello and welcome back to another video on the Possum Stamps YouTube channel. This is Candace from Candoodle, and today I'm going to be making this clean and simple card. So let's get started. So I'm starting off here with the Macaroons Stamp Set, which is so cute. I absolutely love this set. And I'm going to take the main image that has the stacked macaroons out of the packaging and put it towards the center left of my card. And I'm going to use my Misty to stamp that down. I'm just seasoning it with my hand because this is the first time I was using it, but I've already used it several times since. And then I'm going to use some black amalgam ink to stamp that down because I'm going to be Copic coloring these cute little macaroons. So when I was doing that, I also got some masking paper. I just used Post-it masking tape, and I'm just pressing down the remnants of the ink. You can barely see it on camera, but I could see it enough to cut with my scissors, and that's what counts. So once I cut that mask out, I put it over my stamping, and then I'm just washi taping it down to my desk surface. And then I'm going to come in again with some masking tape. This is just Post-it tape. You could even use regular paper. And I'm going to do some ink blending in that little strip. So I'm using a few different dye ink colors from Altenew. I think I used Wisteria, Frosty Pink, Sunray, and then Citrus Burst at the top. I wanted this to be really cute and pastel sort of colors. I don't know why, but macaroons always remind me of that. And so that was the color scheme I went with, and I think it turned out really cute and pastel and pretty. So once I was done ink blending, I am going to do my favorite part of all masking, which is peeling up that tape, and it is just so satisfying. I really like Post-it tape because it doesn't leave any remnants on the actual card. So then I'm going to peel up my mask that I have on my stamped image and get to the Copic coloring. So you could definitely color these with any sort of medium, and actually off camera I watercolored them, which is really fun. I love stamps like this that take up quite a bit of the card because it gives a really nice focal point. So I'm not doing anything super fancy. I decided to use some RVs to make a pink macaroon, and these ones tend to be a little bit harder to blend. Usually it's a bit easier with the lighter colors, but as I was filming this, realized that mine are in desperate need of re-inking, but I wanted to get through the video without interrupting to do that, so I just went on and tried my best. And so I'm using the colors that are in the left-hand side there, so the RV, 000, 00, and all of those sorts of ones, just because I wanted this to have a really light look. And then once I was done with that one, I decided I wanted an orange macaroon. I kind of tried to stick with the colors that were in that background ink blending that I did. So I decided to make one orange, then one yellow, and then eventually I am going to color the bow in like a purpley sort of color. So I'm not doing anything super fancy. I'm just adding some shadows towards the top and then keeping my lightest color toward the center to give it kind of that spherical sort of look. I always struggle with putting too much ink down, and that's why I love coloring with Copics, because you can go back in with your lighter color and kind of force some of the darker ink out, which is really nice if you are a little bit heavy-handed like myself. I always struggle to leave white space, and that's why I've been trying to really stretch myself to do clean and simple cards these days. And so I came in to add some color to the center. I just wanted it to look kind of like vanilla, so I came in with E40s and then blended it out with my colorless blender. You can barely even tell the difference, but I thought I added enough to make it look kind of vanilla-y. You could also color the centers to look darker, like jam sort of filling. I know in real life macaroons tend to look like that, but I just wanted to go lighter for this specific card. So now I'm coming in with some purples, and I'm gonna color that ribbon. As you can see, I'm just doing like a bit of a flicking motion with my hand, and I tend to flick away from me and turn my card. That way I can flick in that direction, but I try to also stay on camera, which can be tough. So bear with me. And I just did that, and then I did end up grabbing a little bit of a darker color to do the center as well as the insides of the bows. So then to finish it off, of course, you know I have to add bling, and I am obsessed with these Possum Stamps sequin mixes. So this one is the Diamond Diva, and I took a few out of there to put on the card, but you can see some in the corner. They're just so pretty and shimmery. And of course, I have to add a sentiment. So I debated which one I was going to do for quite a while. I went back and forth, but I ended up going with "You're the Sweetest." I thought it would be good for like a thank you card or something like that. So there we have the final card. I hope you enjoyed it and this gives you an idea for how to use your larger stamps for clean and simple cards. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more Possum Stamps inspiration. Have a wonderful day. Bye!